If you're retired and you're feeling pressure, not because you failed, but maybe because your plan hasn't materialized yet or your plan hasn't fully come together, then this video is for you. If you're in this gap period, and that's kind of where I'm at, the gap between my retirement plan and it being fully successful, I'm kind of right there in the middle. So, as you guys know my story, if you've been following the channel, thank you, I appreciate it. I have had, my plan was to retire and then to get another job or a secondary job so that we can have discretionary funds or discretionary income or fun money. You know, being able to do what you want to do, go where you want to go, and plan and have, have funds to live your retirement. My pension takes care of all of the bills, a majority of them. It doesn't take care of all of them, but majority of the bills, my pension takes care of that. And so it's not about needs money, about what we have need of. It's about the margins, the discretionary funds, the discretionary income. And because that's not there right now, because I'm in this gap period, it creates pressure. And with that pressure comes questions. I'm not too concerned about questions from the outside. My concern is questions from me, myself, and from my wife. Those questions about not being able to plan and not being able to have that discretionary funds to do the things that we wanted to do or we may want to do. To give you guys an example, my oldest daughter just got moved into a new apartment, and when things like that happen, she has her own money, but you want to be able to help out. You want to be able to give apartment warming gifts and things like that. And also my middle daughter just moved out of the house, and so we are truly empty nesters. How'd that sound, man? Retired and empty nesters. But she just moved into the apartment with my youngest daughter, and so we want to be able to help out. We want to be able to buy comforter sets and new curtains for the window, and those little bitty things. You want to be able to just do them and not worry about where the money is going to come from. Well, right now we're in that gap period, and so that pressure, it creates those questions, and the questions, when you don't have the answers, is silence. And silence is deafening sometimes, especially when your plan is in this gap period or it hasn't materialized yet. If you've been retired and that's you had a solid plan, and maybe life has thrown a hiccup, a monkey wrench into your plan, and you're kind of in this gap period, leave a comment in below. And so maybe some of us are similar. Some of us, our retirement plans are different. My retirement plan is probably different from yours, but we all have a retirement plan. Maybe yours was to live off your savings, and life happened and something came in and wiped out your savings. And so now you're in that gap period. Man, what do I do? That creates pressure. It's not because you failed. It's not because you've done anything wrong. It's just you're in this transition, and we've all had these times of our lives where we had these transitions, right? Even in our careers. I've been in security operations for, like I said, for the past 30 years, and we operated off contingencies a lot. Whenever there's something happen, we have a contingency plan, a backup plan, a third plan, a fourth plan, and in retirement is no different. But man, you I would say you thought that was over. You retired to live the quote unquote good life. But if you're in this gap, I just want to encourage you guys and let you know it's not because of failure. You didn't fail. Something just came in and threw a monkey wrench in your plan. If I get a job tomorrow, does that mean that's the end of this channel? It's not the end of this channel. Does that mean that, you know, my plan I've succeeded in my plan and I'm done? No, it's just proof positive that, you know, plans work. You work your plan, and then you have a moment in between that you have to navigate. You know, there's a train coming by. I'm sitting at this shop downtown, so hopefully it's not too much noise for you guys. But if I were to get a job tomorrow, does that mean my channel, this channel that I've created, is going to end? By no means, because it's still a part of the plan. It's still a part of my journey. It's still a part of sharing with you guys and learning, you know, and living this life, because the fact of the matter is I am still retired. You know, I just have a secondary job or a plan or means to create this discretionary income that was all a part of my plan all along. So it's okay. I just wanted to let you guys know it's okay if you had a plan and your plan has taken a pause. You know, not failure, but a pause. And that pause is just time for you to figure it out. That pause is just an opportunity for you to put all of your years of experience from your job into you, you know, into something that's important for you. And that's what life is all about. In fact, that's what retirement is all about, because now you're living your life for you and you're making plans for you. And even if you're like me and you're going back to work, you're going back to work for you. And so that's the great thing about retirement. You have options, and we have options. We got options, y'all. So if you're in that in-between space, and like me, you're not behind on anything, you're just adjusting. And so if that's you, hey, drop a link in the comments, or a comment in the links. Man, how do you say that? Drop a line or a comment below. Join the community, and you know, we can talk about these things. So thank you guys. I appreciate you taking this time out to just listen to me ramble and rant, you know, about retirement and about this gap that I'm in. You know, if you follow the channel, hopefully everything is making sense, and I'm trying to build this thing up as a progression, you know. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And until the next video, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.